Welcome back, Giants Nation. We are back with y'all with another video, man, coming to talk about the Giants and the Washington Commanders. Stay tuned after this intro. Welcome back. Getting right into it, we're going to be talking about the Giants versus the Washington Commanders. We did not get the win that we were looking for, but we saw a lot of good things. I'm just gonna let my dad get right into it. He's not happy, so we just gonna hear what he got to say.
Yeah, man. Football is about a game of matchups, and when we got down the red zone, I don't understand why we didn't use our 6'6" and 6'5" tight ends on their little smaller safeties. As well as the defense, man. Where were they? I mean, were they on vacation? Were they still in training camp? What was up with that? I mean, third and forever, and we couldn't get off the field not one dang on time. You know, McFadden. McFadden don't need to play another down for me, man. Because what showed me what kind of linebacker you are, you got a chance to blow this running back up when you going in on a blitz and you take it easy on him, bro. Nah, man. You don't know nothing about Giant tradition and they linebackers, man. We wild out like that. We tough, ready, and rumble, man. Man, we headhunters. This dude went in there and played patty cake with Eckler, dude. Now, I would have understood if it was Robinson, and you try to out finesse or quick, but you got a smaller back and you supposed to be, man, you tear him up, bro. You want to
Right.
get the quarterback, to not look at what's going on down the field, but look at you as you rushing so he can readjust stuff, man. I mean, this defense, man, I don't get it and I don't understand it. The stuff is there, but the like they not
Yeah.
there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we got all the talent in the world on defense, but it's just like it's not being put together. And honestly, it was really sad to see how easy it was for the Washington Commanders to move on us. Like,
Especially a rookie quarterback at that.
yeah, Jaden Daniel was definitely cooking. I ain't gonna lie. He played a very, very good game.
That line is trash, straight up. And you did not do anything, man. You did not take advantage of nothing.
Yeah, he didn't run no stunts. We really didn't start hitting home until we started blitzing, which I feel like we do need to blitz a little bit more. Um, yeah,
Well, for
that
me,
was rough to watch. I ain't gonna
uh,
lie.
Isaiah Simmons need to be the full-time inside linebacker for me, because with him, you could spy him on a fast mover quarterback like that, or you could put him on tight. I mean, there's so much that you could do with that young man. Michael McFadden is not that guy. All he is a thumper, and I question thumper because again, he don't bring it every time he steps out there, man. And
Right.
it huh. And then
And
don't
I
get
mean,
me
to be
started
fair to
on
him,
the secondary.
he coming off the injury too, so maybe he wasn't all the way 100. But
Uh,
I get what you're
well,
saying. He shouldn't be
I
out
under,
there.
exactly, son.
Yeah,
If you can't give me what I need you to do, then you need to wait till you good before, so you can go out there and perform at the level that you're supposed to. You know,
right.
and then the secondary. Oh my gosh! All right, Banks, you do too much talking, man. Instead of shutting down playing, bro, because you need to take it personal each rep and each rep. And I mean, you giving up passes, you giving up back big cushions. I mean, what's up, man? If you're gonna be the number one, be the number one. You know what I
Yeah, it's
mean?
more than just
Don't
traveling with that person.
right, man. You got to do your job, man. And oh gosh, and then who's the one that got the interception taken from him?
Oh, that was Pinnock.
You need to hit the weight room, son, and you need to eat
Yeah.
because hey, there's no way that you got that ball in your hands and this dude just snatched it away
Took
from
it
you,
away
bro.
from you. So
Come
they were
on.
saying. So they were saying that. I mean, obviously, Dave's tried to challenge it, but they were saying that when he came down with it, the buttocks should have counted for our possession
Let me
right
explain
then and
something to
there.
you on that, son. How it goes, how the rule goes. If both people got hands on the ball,
Mm-hmm.
they will always give it to the receiver.
Right. Right.
I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I said the same exact thing. It would have went to the wide receiver anyway.
So
So
it don't matter.
right. Right.
But when you got it and when you on your way down, snatch it and snatch away.
Yeah.
That's common thing, man. What you rolling to them for?
Yeah.
You know. Come on
So
now.
let's talk about the elephant in the room. As you know, I went to the game last week.
Mhm.
It was terrible. it,
Yep.
it was not a good experience, and unfortunately, that's the second time that I went to MetLife and saw us lose. So that's not fun for me at all. But I say that to say this: the Daniel Jones that I saw in MetLife was not in Washington. So
No.
tell me how you feel about that.
Well, that's because he has the most success against that team than any other team I think he's ever faced in the NFL. It's like he matches up well against them, if that makes sense.
Right.
Now, yes, he beat Minnesota a couple of years ago in the playoffs, but that's what having Saquon.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And having a dynamic running back like that opens up a lot of things for a whole lot of other people. But when you got a running back by committee like what we have right now, and Singletary ran his butt off today.
He did. I think
But
he did well.
yeah, he had like 95 yards and a touchdown, man. That's what's up.
Well, he
But
was. I will say this: Singletary, he played a good game. He had a good
yeah,
game, but there were a couple of runs where I'm like, brother, just run. They ain't no point of dancing. Just straight. Don't make us lose yards. Try to make a guy miss. Just
right,
take what's given to us. That's it.
right.
Other than that, I don't really have
And
nothing
what I
negative to
was
say.
hoping to see, no, and what I was hoping to see was more of Tracy, the rookie, as well as what's the other running back name? Number 20,
Gray.
Gray, in the mix because I heard a lot about those two guys in training camp, but didn't really see too much of them last week. I saw a little bit more Tracy today, but really didn't see him, if that makes sense. Because,
Right.
when he went in, he had a couple of reps like to spell, give Singletary a spell, then Singletary was the bell cow. And,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to need another back to complement. And we need
Right.
that big physical back like what we saw today. Because
Right.
Robinson, man, that made zero sense. How you have this guy wrapped up, but then y'all like, nah, go ahead and run. Or like
Yeah.
there's times they didn't even want to come and hit him.
Yeah, I mean, he
Like I
must be a
said,
big back. I ain't gonna hold you. Like he must be a big back because a lot of people were scared to tackle him for some reason. I don't know why.
no, but I tell you what, let that have been them old school boys, the LTs, the Harry Carsons, the Gary Reasons, the Pepper Johnsons, the Carl Bankses. They'd have
Mm-hmm.
smacked that cat. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These dudes is, and this is what's wrong with this team. It's all about me and not about we. Trust me
Right.
when I tell you that, because when I look at them,
Well, why
and
do
the
you say
first,
that? Why are you saying that?
I'm about to tell you because okay, let's start with, we're gonna start on the defense and then we roll over to the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's look at Banks. If he was a team player, you can play with emotion, you can play with fire, but you
Mm-hmm.
don't need to be talking every time you make a play. Shut up, bruh. He burnt you. He cooked you.
Mm-hmm.
He made you look stupid a couple of times. You ain't
Mm-hmm.
talked then.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Uh,
Right. You can talk after we get this dub. Don't talk during the game. We
exactly.
still lose. That make
Yeah, just be quiet, man. Just play. Just play.
yeah.
Just play. And play for each other, meaning nobody sacrifices themselves for the other person to make the play. If they not being the hero, as I call it, they don't want to
Hmm.
do it because it showed with the tackling situation. Now, Mr. Number 22 rookie Drew Phillips,
Yeah,
I was very
we got
impressed with
one.
him. Yeah,
we
I was
we
really
we
impressed
got
with him.
one. I
Now,
mean, he just been showing out these past two games, and he loves to come up and support for the run. That's what I love
and you
about
know
him.
who else?
Who's
Our
that?
other rookie, Tyler Newton, from here, from Minnesota. That boy, he's not afraid to put his nose in there and get dirty neither. And I
Nope.
love that. All he got to do is put on a little bit more weight so when he come with the thump, they feel him. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Bobby or 58, 'cause I ain't gonna mess my man name up.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
58, I love the way he plays. He's smart and he does play unselfish.
He
But
does. He's really good.
but when I look at that defensive line, who's going to be the unselfish one? Because
It's Dex
Kavon
right
and
now because
Spider.
Dex giving everything he got, man. Dex is giving everything
No,
that
no,
he
no.
has.
I'm talking about. Well, let me clarify. Out of our two pass rushing ends, who's going
Okay.
to be the unselfish one? Because somebody got to sacrifice themselves for the other one to eat.
Right.
You see, and
And
since Spider been
speaking
here,
of that, not to cut you off, since we talking about them,
mhm.
where is Brian Burns?
No, that's what I was about to say. Because this is how I look at it. And I don't never like to talk about nobody else's money, but okay, you got paid.
Right.
Kavon is trying to get paid. You need to sacrifice yourself so you have that running mate on the other side of you for the next 5, 6, 7 years too, while you here. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you need to set edges, do what you need to do instead of trying to go around everybody all doggone time
Right.
because you run yourself right out of the play.
Right.
you know. And I mean, Dex is doing what Dex can, but Dex need a running mate.
He
He
needs
really
help.
and truthfully needs. And I don't know whatever happened to what's my man name that you like, number 95.
I mean, honestly, I see why they don't play him. He's
Okay.
just not consistent. That's just the whole thing. But I still think he's a better option than Davidson. Period.
Oh yes, yes.
Period.
Because man, the Shaman Marshmallow Man, as I call him,
and,
man, nah,
and
man.
and I saw him. I saw him when he was walking in to the stadium because I went to go see the players or whatever,
Case closed.
which which was a
Case closed.
great. It was a great experience. But looking at this dude, I'm like, bro, I could block you. Like, no, like for real. Like you really
Exactly.
start sizing them up when you see him in person, and it's just
Right.
like, bro, I could block you. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that I could probably block you. So it's just I don't know. We need those dogs, and I get that they tried to get more of a mentor, more of a running mate for Kayvon, but the real issue is we cannot stop runs in the middle. Nacho, Davidson, when Dex comes out, you
Oh
know what
gosh.
time it is.
It was
You
like
you
Tuesday.
you know what time it is, and I'm so tired of Dex not being able to be relieved. Like he can't even
Mhm.
rest. He can't even rest. So it's he's tired most of the game. Well, at least I feel like he's getting tired, even though he's still doing what he's doing. I
Mhm.
feel like he's not playing to his full potential because he can't get no rest.
No, and you're 100% right because we as a team, like I said, are full of individuals.
Yeah,
Because like when I hear them talk during the press conferences or after practice when the media talks with them and they say all we care about is the people in this locker room. Well, they need to care about the people that support them outside the locker room, meaning us fans, because without us, they got no jobs, they got no income, they got no money.
right,
Well, not like what they're making right now.
right,
You have
right.
to go
No,
do what you got your degree in. You
mm-hmm.
feel me? And majority of them don't have a degree. You feel me?
Yeah,
They leave school early. And I mean that's another conversation in itself. You
mm-hmm.
need to take pride when you put that uniform on and you step on that field because
Especially
the people
Kayvon,
that
man.
came before you, the guys that came before you that laid it down, bruh. When Lawrence Taylor said the Carl Banks last week watching the Vikings game at halftime, he said, I can take 22 guys right now, including myself, and beat this Viking team.
For real.
For real. No, for real. Right
Yeah.
now. Because it's all about I want to win. I
Yeah, you
want
gotta
to
want to
do it.
win. Yeah.
Last week was, and it showed. Last week was the real first week that offensive line played together,
Mm-hmm.
and they looked good last week to me.
They did really well last week, and they did way better this week.
And I'm gonna explain something to you on the front of this week. You playing against two All-Pro defensive tackles in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and did you hear their name at all today?
No.
Case closed.
Yeah.
Case
And,
closed.
and and we were talking with someone. I was talking with someone on TikTok, and they were just talking about how bad the offensive line played today. And I'm just like, where were you? What were you watching? Because we only gave up one sack.
They gave up 5 or 6.
That's unheard of for the New York Giants to play a game and not have multiple sacks. So that in itself says we are way better than what we were last year.
And the running the ball, I think like getting like 4 to 5 yards a pop.
It's
You
the
know,
what's his name, Cormani, them
no,
double team blocks, them
yeah,
double team blocks, them double blocks where it is two bodies on one.
and
You
then
know,
they move up to the next level.
that's it. It's simple. It's not hard versus like last year when we're running the zone and the running back has to find the right place to go. No, we're running the play. This is where the play is designed to go.
Right.
This is where the hole gonna be. Get to this spot.
And son, it really, really, really frustrates me, man. Like I said, we're not using our guys like we should.
No.
And what I mean by that is this. You show me a secondary that can stop this right here, okay? If you go 4 wideouts, you put Neighbors and Hyatt with Hyatt in the slot. That safety got to make a daggone decision.
Yep.
You got Slayton on the backside, and you got Wandell in the slot. That safety on that side got to make a decision because there's no, and I will say this again, there's nobody that can cover them 4 boys.
At least all of them at one time.
No,
somebody's gonna get loose.
Yes, some two is going to get loose because Jalen Hyatt open it up and really run. They ain't catching this dude.
And like that's the thing that's irritating me because listen, we drafted this young man last year to come in and to take the top off the play. We are not, like you said, we are not utilizing him, and I don't understand why. Like why do we even have him on the team if we're not even gonna let him do what he's supposed to do best? Even if he's a decoy, send him on a streak.
Yeah, clear it out because he clears it out and let Neighbors come underneath that. That's easy money already again. And Neighbors is showing that he's unguardable anyway.
Yeah,
because I mean, wow.
I mean, there was so much space between him and the cornerback, or whenever the ball was coming to him. There was a lot of space, and I think that the rest of the wide receivers are really starting to understand that we have a number one now. Because there were a lot of sour faces on the sideline. I'm just keeping it a bean.
No,
there's
a lot of right.
A lot of sour faces on the sideline, and them not understanding that we have an actual number one, and the ball is going to him. Granted, I said this on my last show on the TikTok that I was doing. I do not like the fact that Daniel Jones locks in on one person.
Yep.
No matter what. That is what frustrates me because there was two throws that he had where Malik Neighbors was covered by 3 people and Wandell was covered by 3 people. And it's just like, bro, you can't get so focused on the read. Like, you have to actually read the defense. You can't just say, all right, this is the primary route. This is where I'm going to go.
Right.
You can't do that. You can't do that. That's how you go ahead.
No, because I was just going to say, because today when he forced, it was a third, and I want to say maybe 9. He forced the ball to Wandale
Yes.
that didn't need to be forced because guess who's running wide open? Neighbors.
Malik right underneath. And that's the thing, because after he threw it, he looked right at him. So it's just like, bro, you know that you messed up. You know that you
Yes.
messed up. And,
Yes.
and you could tell when he threw it, he went on his tippy toes, just like hoping that the dude don't catch it or whatever. But it's just like after that, he looked right at Malik, and it's just like, come on, man. Just I get you
Give him
trying
the
to get the
ball.
first down. Just give him the ball.
Because no, you're
We
right,
not
son.
kicking field goals. We not kicking field goals. So no matter
We
what, we
can't.
going for it on fourth down. we have 2 plays, my boy. And please tell me what do you I want to hear what you think about the whole Graham Gano situation, because that was crazy in itself.
Okay, so supposedly, which I saw when he ran, because at first I thought it was his groin, but it wasn't his groin that got hurt. He pulled his hamstring trying to run the guy down.
Right.
So with that being said, he wouldn't have kicked for me today anyway. I would have activated somebody yesterday because they got kicked. They had a kicker. They got an extra kicker on the team anyway. I would have activated him yesterday and deactivated Graham today and let him heal.
And don't we have 52? Don't we have 52 people? We don't even have a full 53.
Well, I think we do because we brought back the fullback that we keep getting rid of and then cutting and signing and getting rid of and signing.
And that's another thing. Where was he at?
Not exactly, because he would have made a difference today, be honest.
And even in the preseason, my man came in, was moving bodies,
smacking.
making holes. So it's just like that's the type of stuff that irritates me, because we have weapons on this team, but we're not using them. That makes no sense. None of that makes sense.
None. And again, I'm sorry. You say you want to win, right? You put your best 11 out there on the field always,
At all times. At all times.
Adoree Jackson will be until Banks, because Banks is not, to me, he's not ready yet to be a number 1 shutdown corner. Banks.
I think I agree with you, but at the same time, I think they need to do for him what's best. Like they need to do what he's good at, and that's man coverage. That we or pressing in general, really just pressing in general.
Well, think about it like this though. When they drafted him, who was the DC last year?
It was Wink.
So Wink requires you to be able to play what? Press man.
Right.
Bowen, his stuff is sit back zone with very few blitzes.
But we have to have pressure though. That's the whole thing. If we don't have no pressure, that's dead.
No, but what I'm saying is sometimes we don't, like Dex is a universal person. He can play in any system.
It don't matter.
Vaughn and Burns, believe it or not, are universal. 58, universal. I'm still waiting to see how he's going to use number 19, Mr. Simmons, because I'm telling you, man, this kid, man, he's a game changer, but they're not using him correctly. Michael Fadden, whenever I want to give 58 a breather, that's the only time he has touched the field. Other than that, special teams, because he's not it for me. And I told you that when we drafted him, I didn't like that. I didn't like that pick. I never liked that pick. I just don't like him.
Okay, that's fair. So now we're going to talk about, I'm not going to say someone that I don't like, but I'm not liking what he's putting out on film. And that is Mr. Kayvon Thibodeaux.
You know what? I'll give you 100% on that right now, too, because he looks gassed, winded.
All the time. On that first drive, he was out there for 5 plays.
But I will say this, though. He gives you 110%, though. He hustles and he saved a touchdown, bro.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll give you that. But on some plays, I really need you to keep a bean. He do not be giving it his full, because on that wide receiver screen, I think it was Kayvon was right there. All he had to do was run, and that tackle was his.
I have to see it. Because I don't remember that one.
My man TP said Tib played a good game, and again, I mean, I think Tibbs got 2 sacks. I think it was 2 sacks. I think it was counted as 2 sacks. And yes, he got the sacks, but again, I need people to understand they're falling into his lap. Yes, he's around the ball. That's great. But a lot of these things are falling into his lap and he's not creating the play on his own.
Well, he had the help to create it though, because Spider was coming from the other side and Daniels went to step up and he stepped right into
on
him.
That one. Yep.
And so
go ahead.
And so, that's how that stuff works. When you have a running mate on the other side, that's where, like I said, sacrifice, where you get the push, because other than that, man, Daniels pretty much did what Daniels wanted to do today.
I mean, honestly, a lot of stuff was open. But before we start talking about something else, we was just talking about this on the TikTok live. How much trade value does Tibbs have?
First of all, I would get rid of 51 before I get rid of Tibbs.
Yeah, but we're not. I just want to know how much trade value does he have?
In my eyes, 0, because I'm not looking to trade him. So that's why I'm saying I'll get rid of 51 before I get rid of number 5.
Okay, but we had to understand that 51 don't have no trade value.
51 do have trade value.
Not anything that's gonna help us out right now. And if we being honest, Tibbs has been very, very subpar these 3 years. And he has.
I cannot say that.
I mean, I'm just giving my point off.
We have to agree to disagree on that.
That's perfectly fine. I'm just giving my point off. So he's been underwhelming to me for the past 3 years. And this is a serious question, and depending on your answer, I'm gonna have a hard time taking this. Has he earned his 5th-year option with us?
Yeah, he has. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you how.
Here we go, fellas.
So let's see. When he was drafted, what?
TP funny.
How long
he loving this? He loving this. 3 years. TP loving this.
But how long has been in the league?
3 years.
Okay, 3 years. Year 1, he had like 7.5 sacks.
Aziz holds the record, though. Aziz holds the record.
Whoa. I'm about to, wait now. Hold on. Year 2 in a wink system, there's no linebacker, no lineman ever got double digits. He had 11.5. He did that stuff.
They fell in his pocket. And I'm standing on that.
This year, he got a whole new system that he's learning, that they're all learning. When they find their footing, they may be better. Because one thing I will say, I'm loving this red zone defense because they are bending but not breaking.
I'm gonna keep it
20.
I'm with you. 3. I'm with you, but they shot themselves in the foot a lot. The Redskins or the Commanders did. We can't deny that, because they was moving the ball on us pretty well. They shot themselves in the foot a lot, almost every single time they were down there. So, I mean, that's really hard to tell at the end of the day because the penalties.
No, you're right. But it happened. We held them to 3.
At the end of the day.
And when it comes down to it, if we would have converted all 2 of the 2-point conversions that we tried to do, we won the game.
Exactly. I mean, and I get that, but that's the thing that pisses me off about Dave's is because you knew that our kicker was not healthy, and I'm really standing on this. I'm pretty sure we only had 52 on the roster. There's no reason for us not to sign another kicker or bring one with us. There's no reason.
We got the kicker on. No, we have a kicker. They just didn't bring him up.
That's what I'm saying.
If they knew that his groin was bothering him since Thursday, they should have just said, you know what, we deactivate you and let this guy kick
Sit down. It's
and
all
left it at
right.
that.
It's okay, Graham. You're not. We don't plan on replacing you. You've been pretty solid for us. It's all good. But at the same time, you need to realize that you're getting old, brother. And you can't just be out here just running because you hurt your own self. Um, but let's talk a little bit more about the offense. I really want to know where's our tight ends?
No, and that's the other thing. Huh. Bellinger and Johnson are a good 1-2 punch. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But they're not using them, and I don't understand why.
Right.
Theo Johnson is a very explosive young man. He runs like a 4.6, and
He's a big
he
body.
plays that way too. He plays that way too. I watched him at Penn State. That
Mm-hmm.
dude is a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Bellinger, we know what Bellinger brings.
And I just that's the thing that's just irritates me because again, we have talent on the roster, but we can't display it if we don't attempt to use it. Like that, it's so backwards. Like, why have this roster full of all these athletic freaks and we don't use them? That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy, it's irritating, it ticks you off, it makes you pull out whatever little bit of hair you got, but what's the funny thing is though, son, because they look at us like we don't know what we're talking about because, well, we don't coach and we don't do this and we don't do that. They get paid millions and millions and millions of dollars to reinvent the wheel when it's really that simple. It's really simple. At the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, it's what a game, football game at that, a kid's game that these guys are getting paid all this money to play. And sports is all about matchups, finding mismatches. We
Mm-hmm.
have mismatches all over the field, but it's like they don't want to exploit that. Like they
Right.
have a handshake, like, okay, I'm not going to do this because I don't want to make you look bad, man. Bump that. I'm trying to win, bro.
Yeah. So I'm gonna answer this question real quick. TP wanted to know would y'all have been willing to try Gilliam again after his one miss? That's the
Who's
punter.
Gilliam?
That's the punter kicking for us.
Oh, but see, the thing is, he has to practice. You just can't go in the game and do
Yeah,
that, bro.
yeah,
That's a no no.
yeah.
That's Now if he's been practicing kicking, sure.
They should
But
have just ran a fake because that usually has nothing to do with the kicker anyway. So why not just run the fake? Like I,
or what they should have did? Took the opening kickoff and kick it through the end zone. Then he wouldn't have had to be worrying about that stuff.
I mean, Gano
To
shouldn't
be
have been
honest
out
with you,
there. Gano shouldn't have been out there. If he was hurt, he shouldn't have been out there. Period.
no, you are 100% right. But what I'm saying is, if you gonna kick the ball, tell that man kick that thing through the end zone. You don't need to be doing no kind of running. Kick it through the
Right,
end zone. Get off the field.
right. And honestly, was he even close to the ball when he was running down the field? Like, was
No,
he
he
close to
was.
making a tackle or what?
No, he was. It
Okay,
was Eckler, Hawkins, and him.
okay.
And then he
Yeah,
pulled
that's
up.
tough.
Mm-hmm. Bump that business. Man, you 88 years old, bro. You
Sit
ain't got
down.
nothing else to prove.
Yeah, you're not chasing anyone down. Like, just have a seat, my boy. No
Exactly.
one's gonna fault you.
Kick the ball, get your tee, and go off the field. That's what you do. Leave that stuff to them youngins.
Okay, so okay, we obviously lost.
Mm-hmm.
As Giants fans, we did see improvement from Daniel Jones.
Mm-hmm.
How do the Giants build on this for next week versus the Browns?
What I feel they need to do, because to me, I don't care what he did today because I know he was going to do good today because that's Washington.
That that
I
that
want to
that right
see
there is the hard
this
pill to
defense.
swallow.
No, it may be a hard pill to swallow, but it's the truth. He plays his best ball against Washington. I don't
Yeah,
know why,
me
but
neither.
he just do.
He just do.
But against that defense that he's about to see, because Garrett is a whole different monster.
Yeah, hopefully we can contain him because Lord have mercy.
But I feel confident because I'm gonna tell you why.
Wow.
With them two monsters in the middle that we face today, with this offensive line, and they held their own against these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I really love that. And
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, that triangle effect, because I forgot they had Bobby Wagner too. You know, that
And that the Lavuvu dude or whatever.
not
And
right.
and speaking on him, man, he should have been kicked out the game twice for targeting.
You are 100% right.
When he hit Malik, and then when he
Yep.
came across the line of scrimmage and hit Daniel right in the head, that was 2 times.
No, you are 100% right. And I
And I
gotta, he gonna get fined.
yeah, because that was crazy. Like, especially if y'all got to stop the play to take him out, Malik, to get him checked on. That right there tells you that was a penalty. That
And
that had me livid.
I'm gonna tell you something on this. What what I didn't like, where was the Giants team that come to his
Yeah,
defense?
yeah, to
You see,
get on him. Yeah,
you understand? You see what I'm
fumble him
saying?
up a little bit. Yeah, I got
Where
you.
is the unity? Where is the brotherhood? There is none until they understand that there's no I, but there's a we.
Right,
We are going to always be bottom feeders, no matter who you bring in here.
right. I'm not trying to speak for them or try to give them an excuse, but I feel like it was a big play. Everybody's emotions were high. Alik was going crazy. He got it real quickly. We were trying to keep that momentum going, get the play going real fast. So I think that was just a little bit, a mix of it. But I'm with you 100%. If that was my teammate, bro, would have got an elbow to the back of the head or something,
Oh, nah,
something.
because you know what I would have told them? You just cost your quarterback some pain. You know my motto, son. I coach y'all up. I coach y'all. I said we play the right way, but as soon as they start doing that stuff, man,
Yeah,
you open the playbook now. Game is on.
yeah.
You
So
know,
so what does our successful offense look like in the Browns beating them? What does that look like?
um, the balance, like what we had today, able to run and pass.
Mm-hmm.
Because while you have some Giant fans that feels that he needs to throw for 300, 400 yards and 7 touchdowns, nah,
Yeah.
don't turn the ball over. Throw the touchdowns when you have them. Yes, you need to take them chunk plays though, because you got the
Mm-hmm.
horses to do that. But you need to
Mm-hmm.
have balance. You need to be able to run the ball to keep, and also throw the ball to keep the defense honest. Because last week Minnesota was just sitting on them routes because we wasn't
Yeah.
challenging them down the field.
Yeah.
We would have started challenging them down the field. I guarantee you it'd have been a different game, because then that opens up running lanes because you're not so congested down at the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's how we can tell if our guys can beat them or not, because they're gonna pull away. It's inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
It's inevitable. And we just have to have Daniel Jones to have enough time, and he has to understand that if it's a play call that needs to be developed, he has to stand in the pocket, step up in the pocket, let it develop, and make the right throw, which he did better this game. He
Oh,
definitely
bro,
did better this game.
this play sticks out to me. It was, I think, in the second quarter. He and DJ looked like a quarterback that did today.
Mm-hmm.
He took his 5-step drop. He looked to his right and then came back to his left. Like, he looked the safety off and then came back and threw a dime. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
why you ain't do this all before? You got the pockets. Don't force it.
Yeah. And that's just one of those things where I just think it was a mental thing for him, where he just puts a lot of pressure on himself and he expects to play well. And then he also hears the crowd react and those things. But let me read this comment real quick. My man TP said, Coach Dayball needs to coach a good game. Keep it simple. Simple is where DJ is his best and plays more confidently. And
I'm gonna tell you what else he need to do.
I don't disagree with that.
I'm gonna tell you something else he need to do too. He needs to put that up tempo in DJ's
We do need to do that.
Because you see how lights
We
out
do
he
need to
plays in
do
that
that.
up tempo stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Man, he was picking them apart, boy. He was
yeah.
like ding, 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 ding,
And
ding.
so are we expecting to see the same performance from Malik again
I'm thinking
this
better.
next game?
I'm thinking better because if you followed him like I followed him last year,
Mm-hmm.
and if he can care less about, and see, this is where I love this because he understands that it's not I, it's we.
Right,
Only
right,
time it's I is when I make a mistake. Because he knows he made that catch, game over, you
right.
know? And so I look for him to come out even hungrier and more focused to destroy the opposition this week. But the
Mm-hmm.
one who I'm looking to have a big hand in this is going to be Jalen Hyatt.
It would be it. I really want to see him ball out. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just gonna keep it a bean. I really want to see him ball out. I feel like he deserves it. He don't really complain. Obviously, after the games, if he leaves out the stadium quickly, that's his own personal choice. I don't have no problem with that.
I don't
You know,
either.
if you feel a certain type of way and you feel like you put in a lot of work during this week and you don't get rewarded, I completely understand why you're mad.
Yeah,
But what I don't want is for them to not use him and he doesn't try as hard when he's out there. You know, they're just running routes. Like I want them to be able to let him know that he's an asset to this team. We
but
do
also
need
show him.
you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We do need you. We need you. And Dave's got to do a better job with that. And then same thing with Slayton. And don't get me wrong, Slayton should have caught the ball.
Oh, he should have. It hit him
He
dead off in his hands.
he caught the ball, but at the same time, that's the first time we threw to him all game.
Mm-mm. We threw to him before that.
Then
On that,
I
on that,
missed it. I
on that.
missed it.
Yeah, and on that drive too. And yeah, that ball had some heat on it. But the other thing, I want to go back a little bit. After Malik had, the little mishap, he didn't catch the ball, and
Mm-hmm.
Dave went to go talk to him, and he told him not right now, right? And
Right.
I follow this guy on Twitter. The super fan guy I'll be telling you about, LPG, license plate guy.
Yep.
And he put that out there, and I love what this fan told him. Like, look, man, you guys already ran OBJ out of here. With this nonsense, you don't stop.
Yeah.
The
And no
kid
one should
ain't
have
out here
anything to say.
slaying. No, right. He
He
when
he
you're
put
in
up
the heat of
almost
the moment.
150 yards.
No, but my thing is, even with OBJ is so passionate and he wants to win. But
Yeah.
then when you got guys that don't have that same energy that you have, you know what I'm saying? It's frustrating. And
Yeah.
when he's over there yelling and screaming, he's not yelling and screaming at nobody. He's mad because I didn't make that catch. I didn't make
Yeah.
that play.
He
He put
want to
all that on
win.
himself.
He
And
want to
so,
win.
and I'm saying that to say with Malik, I respect everything that this kid is doing because he took the blame. He said, I let my team down. Now, in the heat of the moment, and you know this, when you are angry about something and somebody try to come and talk to you, no matter
You don't
who
want
it
to hear
is,
that. You
you don't
you
want to
know
talk
that
right
with
now.
me. Yeah. I'm like that 100%. I don't care who you are. If there's something going on with me, I don't want to hear it. Keep it to
And
yourself.
then what has to happen is that's where you learn your people because then what happens is, okay, we'll revisit this, but when
Right.
you're in a good, better enough space,
Right.
and that's all that Ned's been, and the way I took it, the way he showed that video was like he was being disrespectful, and he need to stop that stuff. He need to stop that crap now,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah. And I mean, license plate guy, he's a hit or miss because I've listened to some stuff that he said or
Mm-hmm.
that he writes, and I'm just be like, what are you watching?
No,
what
right,
what do you? I don't understand where you're coming from with this, but I'm not here to bash him.
right.
He a
No, I'm
fellow
not
Giants
neither.
fan, whatever.
No,
But
I'm not here
still,
to bash him neither. But what I'm saying is, just don't do that. Because
yeah.
I've never seen him say anything bad about Odell. Because he was one of Odell's biggest supporters. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? I'm just saying, if that's what that guy, the fan that, like I said, that made that comment, if this is what he was trying to say, that for him to use his platform to embrace and make better light of, instead of trying to show a dark side, that's not, don't do that.
Right.
But I mean, Malik, man, I really do think that he will have even a more better performance next week than he did this week,
Yeah.
because I gotta give Washington's
Well,
interior line.
not to cut you off. So
Hmm.
I agree with you, but I also think that the Browns are going to put a lot of effort to stop him, and that's where Daniel Jones cannot be so
Forcing.
focused. He can't. You can't do that, bro. You can't do it. They're gonna try and take Malik away from you. That's a given.
No, but you know what? I welcome that. You want to know how I welcome that? I want them to try to take Malik away, because then that's when I'm gonna kill you with Hyatt, Slayton, and Robinson, as well as throw Theo Johnson and Bellinger in there, because
Yeah.
your defense is good, Cleveland, but it ain't great.
Right.
You got one guy that I really and truthfully I pay attention to, and that's Mr. Garrett.
I'm trying to think about who their corners are. I don't know who their safeties are.
Me
I
neither.
only know Garrett. I know they got a couple decent linebackers. That's about it. I know what is it? Depelt. What's his name? Deplete. What is the dude name?
I know you're talking about, yeah,
That's the
definitely.
only dude. That's the only dude that I really know about. So I mean, I feel like there's lots of opportunity for us to do well in the pass game, but I just want a little bit more from our run game. That's it. I just want a little bit more.
Balance.
Yeah, that's it. Um, yeah, I feel like once we create that balance, what's up, Born for Sports? That will be a force to be reckoned with. And the thing is, we need to get our run game going so we can do this play action, because the play action is what's going to kill them. That we just need you to have your eyes in the backfield for 3 seconds, 2 seconds, not even that.
But you know something, son? They did not run not one play action pass to my knowledge
They
today.
did not.
But the
Oh,
running
they
game
did.
was working.
They did, because that's when Daniel Jones threw that quick pass to Malik Neighbors, but I don't think they ran it again after that.
But but it's there. It was there.
My man
Watch.
TP said Denzel Ward.
Okay.
Uh, mm,
Now check it out. I guarantee you, after Denzel Ward lines up with him one on one the first time, he's gonna be looking over the top after that for some help.
I mean,
Watch
they
what I
played
tell you.
the Washington or Commanders. They played a lot of cover two,
Uh-huh.
a lot of cover two. So that's where it's just like, all right, they playing cover two. Now it's time to kill them in the seams. Now it's time to put Hyatt on that post and say, hey, do what you do best.
Yeah, go
Run.
get it.
That's it. Run. Just run. Hey, Sam, get out of here, man. um, but yeah, it I feel like if we can just get Daniel to look somewhere else and open up some things, have some other players make some bigger plays or big plays, I think
Right.
that's when it's really gonna open up.
But what we need to do on the real is our run defense got to become men. We got
And
to
then
step
that
up to the
and that
plate.
goes right to the point from my man Born for Sports. Our defense was soft at the point of attack. That's his favorite word. Didn't force a single punt the whole game.
Exactly.
That boy
Michael
Jaden
McFadden,
Daniels was looking like Vic out there, boy.
man. Let me tell you something. Michael McFadden, I don't care. Nobody say he need to be a water boy. That's all he need to do, because he's soft, paper soft.
My
Sharman,
man,
TP soft.
My man TP said, "I love those crossing routes. Neighbors and Wandell with those shallow crossings are dangerous. And now they need to add Hyatt to it, man.
No,
Add Hyatt
exactly.
to it. Add Hyatt to that, man. Like, brother, we
But
have
see,
so much speed on this team. It's ridiculous.
but son, again, we have not even started talking about the tight ends because they're
That's
not even start throwing the ball to them neither. Dude, you got two tight ends that are seam busters, cuz. I'm for real.
for real.
Go watch. Oh man, I mean, like we said before, there is talent on this team, but like I said, they need to play as a team. They
Yeah.
need to sacrifice the eyes for us and we.
Yeah. And Bowen's got to
And
stop depending on that red zone defense, man. You can't just expect us just all
yes,
right, they're just not gonna score. No, man. Let's go get these dudes,
mm-mm,
man. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
right.
Hyatt needs more chances. I agree. He's impossible to overthrow. Hey, real talk. That boy Daniel was putting some oomph into it this game. He had
Mm-hmm.
a lot of overthrown balls, which I know I'm not trying to say that's okay or nothing, but a lot of people, well, I was questioning his arm strength for a little bit. And that shows me
It looked like
he can definitely throw it still.
it looked like his knees getting better
Yeah. Yeah.
because he's able to step into it.
So as far as going into next week, our defense, what do we need to do to contain the Browns?
Let's see. Stop the run. I will put it out honestly, I will put the game in Deshaun Watson's hands because he will give you the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He will throw picks and he will turn it over.
Mm-hmm.
And he holds that ball like a loaf of bread. So there are opportunities to get turnovers. We just got to do it.
Mm-hmm. Bowen got me down. His scheme is the right fit. I better see some adjustments. My boy TP said blitz packages. And I agree with that. We definitely need to have more blitz packages, and they need to send Simmons. They need to unleash
Yeah.
him.
The only way I don't is if Njoku plays because that'll be where he'll be on.
And that's just like the other thing because Ertz was kind of killing us for a second. And like what was going on with the matchups for that? Because it's just like that was the whole reason why we signed Simmons is to cover those tight ends. So why is he not doing that?
It's what the DC wants him to do in this defense, man. And Michael McFadden again is a liability in pass coverage. He can play the run fine when he wants to play the run, but he still needs to come with it and stop that tiptoe crap. Because I'm still pissed with the Austin Eckler thing, dude. Austin Eckler is 205. You outweigh this cat by 20 some odd pounds. Blow him up.
Mm-hmm.
Blow him
Yeah,
up.
run through him. Let him think about it for next time, even if you don't make the play.
Right, but when you hit him, your goal is to knock him in the air and let him fall at his quarterback's feet.
Mm-hmm.
Because what that does, like I said, his eyes go from down the field to now he's watching you.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time he hits the ground and at his feet, you should be there making the tackle. Oh, I forgot. He can't make a tackle because he had a sack and he just said, go ahead, man. I don't want to
Yeah,
tackle. You
bro.
go on about your business.
And honestly, I would tell him you can't wear them sleeves no more because the sleeves is what made him lose the sack.
Nah, you want to know
Just
what made him
reading
lose
this
the sack?
comment real quick. Too much zone, especially if you can't get home with the front four. Bowen never adjusted.
I totally agree with that.
I can't believe Pinnock didn't get that pick. That's what he does.
He need to hit the weight room and need to eat.
Facts.
Because,
Go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say, with back to what we was talking about though, with my man with them sleeves. Nah, eyes to thighs. You go to his legs. He'll shake you up top. Wrap your arms
Mm-hmm.
around his waist, slam him to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on for dear life if you got to until you hear the
Mm-hmm.
whistle. You don't let him go.
And that's like the other thing, because obviously McFadden came free, right? And
Yes.
he had my man Jaden down. He had my man back there for at least 2-3 seconds. Where's Kayvon? Where's Burns? Where are
Getting
you
held.
guys at? Where's
If,
the help? Like,
if you watch it, 2 of the 3 that you mentioned were getting held. And my man, Sexy Dex, was getting molested the whole day.
for sure. For sure. Well, unfortunately, we got to come to an end. We getting on going to an hour here. Let's talk about the conclusion of the game. Just give your overall last opinion of the game and what we need to do better for this next game.
My overall opinion for the game, the last drive, as a defense, you got to make a stop. You know that it's on you. As a defense, you wouldn't want it any other way, and you pooped the bed.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't show up. You let them run down your throat. You let them throw the ball on you at will. We can't do that. You need to go
Right.
back and understand what giant pride is. You need to go back and understand what a giant defense is, because we don't play like that. We not soft like that. You
Right.
understand? We meet you in the phone booth and let, yo, it's either you or me, and I know it ain't gonna be me. So what's up? And they don't have that mentality. They're just charming. And that's gonna be my thing for them until they change it. They're charming toilet paper.
Just reading the comment. I thought Kayvon was more active than Burns, even though Burns got a sack taken away because of the BS penalty on Phillips. By the way, Phillips is a dog, fellas. You got that right.
Truth.
You got that right. Hey, low key, could he be having a Pro Bowl season?
I'll tell you what, Dallas game will be the one that will decide that.
We gonna see.
And that's
We
in 2
gonna
weeks.
see. So just giving my overall opinion. We did well. Obviously, we didn't get the win. But I'm very happy with how the offense played. I am challenging the defense because I know all the New York Giants players watch this channel and they hear what I'm saying. I need y'all to be better. Kayvon, I need you to show up a little bit more. Burns, we waiting on you, dog. We is waiting on you, brother, to show up. Dex, stay doing what you doing. Davidson, Nacho, get some weights in y'all pockets. Y'all boys need to be better, man. Y'all boys not cutting it. I'm just keeping it in the bean. Film don't lie. If you don't like that, hey, take it out on the weight room.
Word.
But hey, I appreciate everyone that has been watching. I appreciate everyone that has commented, like, subscribe. Stay tuned for next week. We're gonna come back at y'all with another video. Hopefully this next time we're gonna have a couple more people on here. But hey, I appreciate y'all showing out, showing love. We're gonna get out of here. Hey, we saluting. Appreciate y'all. I'm about to end this right now. Thank you.
Peace.